It's time for some winding and then some truthing. What's up? Welcome to weekly update number 29. I believe I didn't check again, but I think that's where we are. Let's get right into it. There is not much to update on this week because it's been a crazy one for me. I just started a new job. I am getting adjusted to the time and everything. I had some restless nights and stuff that caused me to take some incidental napping time, which took away from my reading and writing time a bit. But there was also a meeting on Tuesday that we had at my new job, the second day I was there, that was for a interesting project that should be a lot of fun. So I was at that meeting until like 9:30 at night, so that day was completely taken away as well. So I did not get a lot done, so this should be a relatively short update, but it's got some exciting stuff. So we'll go into reading. I started Bands of Mourning because I finished Pet Cemetery last week, and I have not read a ton. I am in the middle of chapter 4. It's like 72 pages in out of like 400 something, so almost a fourth of the way through. But I started reading it. I did not get a ton of time to read it, and I needed to start reading something before Wind and Truth came in because I pre-ordered it a while ago and it told me it was going to come in on the 10th. But before I get into that, it has potential. I haven't really gotten into anything super interesting yet, but the little thing that just got Wax to actually take this journey is interesting. So I am definitely intrigued to see where it's going, and hopefully it's a fun time. But as I was saying, my pre-order of Wind and Truth wasn't supposed to come in until the 10th, but just yesterday, I think, it was updated and it came in today. I am super excited to have this now. This is a chonker of a book. Like, there's like not even much pages before you get into it, and there's nothing after at all. There's no glossary or no index in the back for anything. It's like, this is the story. And I am excited to get into it. Like over 1,300 pages. It's gonna take me a while, but I'm tempted to just drop this and get right into it. But I'm a type of person that likes to commit to things. I'm committed to this, but I am so tempted that I probably will read this at a quicker pace than usual. At least I hope so. I really want to get into Wind and Truth. I'm excited. But that is my reading section. Let's get into my writing. So this week I read through chapters 12 and 13 again and added some words. So there was about 70-ish words that I added there. And then I wrote chapter 14, which ended up being 771 words. And I am currently at a count of 11,808 words for this prequel novella. And it's still a blast. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I am an underwriter, so there's going to be more words in the chapters whenever I go through an edit pass. But let's jump into our line of the week, and you will see a little bit of my underwriting and stuff. This is definitely a section that will be better once I polish it up and everything. But I thought I've only written one chapter this week, so I didn't have a ton to work with that wasn't spoilery. So this is what we're getting. I think it's pretty interesting. It might give you some intrigue in what's going on. And let's jump into it. They walked into a room with a large mural of the tree on the far wall. The room was bright with more glowstone sections than the corridor. The priest walked over to the wall with the mural. Pausing with a sigh, he then placed his hand on one of the stones, pushing it until something clicked. He pushed on another section of the wall and the stones swung open. "What you seek is in here," the priest said, looking down as he walked through the door of stone. And that's it. That is my line of the week. That is definitely, it will be a little more polished whenever I go through and do an edit, but I think it's intriguing. Shows you some of the world building aspects a little bit with the glowstone and stuff. That is how a lot of lighting is dealt with in the world. They have stones that glow. That's an easy way of using lighting. But the tree, which I mentioned the mural of, is a capital on the tree. There is a specific tree. I don't know if I'm going to end up giving it a name, but I kind of like it just being called the tree with capitals. It's right now I have the religion of these people as the way of the tree, and I don't know if that's going to stay either, but that's what I'm calling it in this pass anyway. But I'm having a lot of fun with this. I hope you thought that was interesting, and let's just jump into what I've been watching. Yesterday, I watched the 2 episodes of Creature Commandos that are out, and it's fun. I'm glad they put out 2 episodes because the second episode was definitely better. The first episode was basically just build up and getting you to know all these characters and everything, but the second episode was pretty fun, and it definitely leaves you on a note where you want to see what happens next, and I'm enjoying it, and I will definitely continue. And then I also finished Luke Cage Season 2 today, and it was alright. I liked some of the resolutions, but overall the season felt a little bloated. Like there's definitely like moments where things could have been less episodes and it probably would have been felt better, but overall I enjoyed it, but it's definitely not one of the higher ups for Defenders seasons. Like all the Daredevil seasons, I binged through those because they were just so good. And Jessica Jones season 1 I binged through because it was so good, and then everything else has been like I'll watch a couple episodes here and there. But it wasn't bad. I did not hate it, but I'm glad to continue with this Defenders watch through. I have some more to get through before Daredevil Born Again comes out, and I'm excited for that. And what have I been playing this week? I played some Cyberpunk yesterday as well. A lot of the things I did was yesterday. Like the whole chapter I wrote was yesterday. I read a lot more in the Bands of Mourning yesterday than the rest of the week. Like my week was bad with reading and writing, but I tried to get some done yesterday. But then I also played some Cyberpunk yesterday. I got completely done with River's storyline. I did another mission with Pan Am, and then I also did another one with the paralysis, and they were definitely some really interesting stuff going on. Some stuff I haven't seen yet, so I am really happy to be doing all these side quests before I get into Phantom Liberty, because I did not do every single side quest whenever I did my first playthrough, so it's pretty cool to see everything now. And with that, let's go into the last video. My last video I put out was my new release video. I'll put that up, bloop, there. And it is the new releases of December, which Wind and Truth is one of. Definitely my most anticipated, but there were definitely some other ones on that list that piqued my interest. So if you are interested in seeing all these new releases that came out, check that video out. And that is everything for this week. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I hope to see you in here again. I appreciate you watching this, and I hope you have a great week. See you later.